This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You are watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Okay, so Tyson Fury has reiterated that he still plans on retiring, walk away from the sport of boxing. Now, if he was to walk away right now, there's a couple of ways of looking at it. Personally, I can see his point. What better way to go out? He's won every belt that there ever has been. Will he be called officially undisputed champion? No, and that is unfortunate, but he won't be. But he's won every belt that there is. He's now got another credible name on his resume in Dillian Whyte. And for all you Tyson Fury fans, by the way, or fanatics who want to say that Dillian Whyte is garbage, he's crapsy, we told you he's no good, blah, blah, blah. So you don't want to give Tyson Fury credit for this win. You don't want to do that. Are you mad? What's the matter with you? But he does have a legitimate, credible top heavyweight on his resume in Dillian Whyte. He's just headlined the National Stadium, Wembley, broke the record, 94,000 people. What better way to walk away? You've still got your undefeated record? Why not? You've still got your faculties? Why not? But on the flip side of that, there's always going to be questions. Now, I understand where Tyson said before, there's always going to be somebody. Then I beat that somebody. Then what? Okay, what about this person? What about Filip Hrgović? What about Tony Yoka? What about Joe Joyce? What about this person, this person? And there's always going to be somebody else. When do you stop? My opinion, for whatever that's worth, fight the winner of Joshua Usyk. That's it. In my opinion, he needs one more fight to solidify being the best of this era. We can all sit here and say, yeah, he's definitely the best and whatever else, but history won't remember that, because at some point, somebody will become undisputed, and that's the person that will be remembered in the history, long after you and I are gone, okay? So I would like it for Tyson to fight for that undisputed belt. I would. I really, really would. And hopefully that's what he does. Again, let's not forget his top-ranked deal, 5-fight deals, is now gone. It's now expired. This fight with Dillian Whyte was the final fight. So he didn't have to worry about paying Bob Arum, top rank, their sanctioning fee. Not their sanctioning fee, but their cut. He's no longer managed by MTK Global. Haven't got to worry about giving them money now. So, especially if Anthony Joshua defeats Usyk, that will be the super fight. That will be the one where he could probably double his career earnings in just 2 fights with Anthony Joshua, couldn't he? That's how big that fight would be. So why not? Why not do it? You'd have to make Tyson Fury the favourite in that fight. But again, when you really look at it with Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk, stylistically, I would say that Tyson Fury would have an easier night at the office with Usyk. Some of you may disagree, because obviously Usyk, his footwork is phenomenal. It really is. And he better close the gap much better than an Anthony Joshua would, or a Dillian Whyte would, or a Wilder previously would, and whatever else. Granted, but Fury will just keep it long, and he'll just keep him behind the jab the entire fight. There's no reason to engage with Usyk. No reason for that whatsoever. With Anthony Joshua, there's that danger, because Joshua is a devastating counter-puncher. You can say what you like about him, okay, whether you rate him, whether you don't. He's got a devastating right hand. So, all that said, okay, what happens if he does take one more fight? What happens if he gets caught? Unfortunately, we live in the era of the boxing fan where, let's be honest, a lot of people are very, very fickle, where Tyson can take that one loss because he walked onto one punch, however it may come, gets put out. That's how people will remember him. Yeah, but he done this before and he done that, so he got knocked out. That's how people will look at him. So it is a risk, it is a danger for sure. But I personally, I would like to see him fight the winner of Joshua Usyk. Hopefully that's Joshua, of course. Why not? You know, that'd be another super fight. Who don't want super fights? I think that fight is much bigger than a Fury versus Usyk. It is, okay? But in any era, the ones who are remembered the most are the ones who's crowned undisputed. Why would Tyson want to walk away from that? So I personally would like to see him fight for the undisputed crown. Listen, he's earned it. Okay, why not? And he would be, and he has to be the A side. He has to be. But even if 50-50, who really cares? But the point is, he would be the favourite in that fight. He'd earn a whole ton of money. And if he wins, which again, you have to make him the favourite, undisputed. And that's the person people will remember. Because again, you have to look at it. If Tyson Fury just retires right now, that WBC becomes vacant. Somebody else will pick that up and go fight for undisputed. And if that somebody else wins the undisputed fight, that's the person who will be remembered from this era the most. Why wouldn't Tyson want to be that person? I don't know. But again, of course, it is all about risk-reward. Does he have to prove anything to anybody? No, of course he doesn't. Of course he doesn't. It just would be nice to have that cherry on top of his career. It really would. So anyway, that's my thoughts. Hopefully he doesn't retire, but I understand if he does. Listen, what better way to go out? He's just beaten a legitimate top heavyweight, and by knockout, and headlined the National Stadium, 94,000 people. What better way to go out? So anyway, listen, that's my thoughts. You drop me yours, click thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video.